So we finally made it through all these rituals. Okay. I chose a couple of not to do. There was an homage to the court. I felt like no need. Maybe I will reach out to that particular Russian style, but it does require that everybody be totally dressed in some military garb of another country, and I cannot drop money on 9 outfits of Russian soldier outfits. I just can't buy it all. It's like outfitting an army. And the Black Mass has been done to fucking death. We don't need no more fucking Black Mass. If you want to look for a Black Mass, go look. Go look online. Everybody's done a fucking Black Mass. I don't feel the need. I know what it takes, and I don't care. It's not for me. All the rituals that I just told you about, Layer Piece, Dossier Drama, Call to Cthulhu, Statement of Shaitan, Dakhma of Angra, Ceremony of 9 Angles. Also, there were Satanic Baptisms. I satanically baptized, according to satanic material, chicken.
In a eon's past, take comfort in thy brawny heritage. Arise now and wrap thyself in the mantle of darkness, wherein all secrets abide.
And Jeff and Chicken did mine, so I was baptized. Also did the baptism for my ex-wife, Jessica.
Undraped and unashamed, thou mayest breathe again that first breath, now as night winds freshen from the far reaches of Belial.
Now, we continued interest in other infernal names. I'm not stopping. You see what I'm saying? I'm just devouring the next piece. And I move on to some other infernal names. And now we're looking at Ahriman and Angra Mainyu. These are the same. It's the same deity. Ahriman and Angra Mainyu. So this is maybe I'll do the other ones here real quick before I get to that, because that's a bigger topic. That's a larger topic. This is a new window into a lot more. Yen Wang, I showed you Yen Wang's head. He was my opening celebrant, and he helped me connect to more people who were trying to celebrate and ritualize. And then Tezcatlipoca, this is a Aztec deity, terrifying, a sorcerer lord, the smoking mirror. I could show you some clip. I did a video where I summoned Tezcatlipoca with a black obsidian ball. They used that same black obsidian glass. They would attach it to spears. They cut people open with it. They pull the fucking heart the fuck out, and they bleed all over the place. There was a whole series of fucking the ritual of Tezcatl. It's a yearly ritual where somebody's appointed as a fucking the living Tezcatlipoca, and they get to be the fucking god. They get to be god for a fucking year, and then they get fucking murdered at the top of the fucking pyramid. But hey, that's how it goes. They were notorious for a lot of human sacrifice. You can't go through the Aztec lessons without knowing about the human sacrifice. Everybody seems to focus right the fuck in on the human sacrifice. There's a lot more to the rituals and ceremonies, but yeah, the human sacrifice too. We did Tezcatlipoca. For the Ahriman and Angra Mainyu, I did a crystal gazing video.
Each man is his own absolute lawgiver, the dispenser of glory or doom to himself, the decreer of his life, his reward, his punishment. What is thy true name? What is thy office?
I was trying to show the methods that I read inside of a book. It was John Dee and Edward Kelly. They were the original crystal gazing methods from these people who they studied from their previous masters, the Trithemius of Sponheim. These people were they were crystal gazers. Okay, I was trying to show an accurate what they had in their book and their methodology of how to read or how to use and prepare a crystal ball, which I did accurately. But at the same time, I was also studying Ahriman because we had to have something to call up inside the ball, right? We need to call up Ahriman. So I'm looking at Ahrman, and this was when I first discovered the entity known as the Dakhma of Angra Mainyu. They are worshippers of Ahriman, Angra Mainyu. They're the worshippers. They're the devil worshippers, because Ahrman is indeed, in fact, the first devil. He's the first opposite devil. He is the opposite of Ahura Mazda and the antithesis to all creation. And this is the oldest motherfucking shit. It goes right back to Zoroastrianism. So he's your Zoroastrian is devil, for real. At the same time I'm dealing with these ideas, I had some terrible things happen to me. I was invited specifically by the Church of Satan. And this was a terrible disappointment. The Church of Satan invited me specifically because I had put my membership card up and showed some interest in the happenings. They were gathering in Washington, D.C. for their 50th year on Walt Perry's Notch. I was terribly disappointed because I wasn't going to be able to go because my wife wasn't also a member of the Church of Satan. And that I wasn't going to see in any way, shape, or form me taking a 3-day vacation without my wife or kids, but without my wife anyway. I couldn't see that happening. I was disappointed. I was disappointed because I wasn't going to be able to go. I can't go because she's not also a member. I don't know. I understand their methodology. I understand why, but like, that was a big letdown. And I don't know. I was specially invited, and I proved my credentials, and everything was good to go, and I would have made it, and I would have enjoyed that tremendously. But I was let down because my wife wasn't also a member, and there was not enough time for her to become a member by the time the celebration was going to happen. So that was a big letdown. I had some life-changing anguish. I got a DUI. My wife created a situation where I didn't want to live there any longer. She selected another man and decided that he was going to be her Mr. Right. So I was working 75 hours a week and paying for everything, and she was just kind of drifting off. Maybe we grew apart. You know what I mean? That means when I got my DUI, I lost my job, I lost my apartment, I lost my career as a truck driver. And I had these medical bills that were fucking tremendous, and I still have them, but just don't have any money to pay them. Some court stuff for the DUI. I had a knee injury, which I don't even understand. All of a sudden, my knee swelled up, and it put me in the hospital for a week. And all these things, they were all very bad fucking things. I had life-changing anguish. And anguish is Ahriman's thing. See, suffering and anguish is Ahriman's thing. There was a little bit of a break here. more interest now in the Dakhma. So I said the Church of Satan is great, but I didn't have any personal connection with anybody. One reverend who is a very creative man, and then some strength. Their motto is usually strength through joy. And when your joy has been stolen from you, sometimes it's not easy to just be joyous. It's good to have strength through joy. I did that. I called myself a Satanist for 15 years, and I said strength through joy, but you know what? My joy was taken from me, and even suicidal, almost. Yeah, well, suicidal, fully. Strength through joy was gone. I needed to reach out also. And so the Dakhma really became a bigger piece. So I read the first step toward Angra Mainyu, all right, and I created the idol. The Dakhma became a bigger piece, and Dastur is that's a religious title, a Zoroastrian priest religious title. So Dastur is someone I was in contact with for a while online, and he became kind of like he was like a helping hand. When everything, I had nothing. I had nobody. None of you motherfuckers who were watching this video, you fucking weren't there. Nobody was there for me. Dastur and his family were there for me. Not even my own wife was there for me. My kids are too little to help me with those problems. I had religious and personal support in my time of need, and that was the Dakhma for me. This is where the Dakhma comes from. They are worshippers of Ahriman, Angra Mainyu, the devil. This is not Satan. Satanism does not condone devil worship. So they're separate. There's a break here. You understand? I would never, ever speak badly about the Church of Satan or the Satanists that I have encountered and dealt with. And I will never forget those lessons. But I do have a break from them. Because now we have devil worship, the actual worship of Ahrman, or Angra Mainyu. So we created the idol. I read the Bible of corruption. Statement of Shaitan 3 was slightly corrupted, which means that I have replaced some of the pieces with some of Dastur's material instead of the original material. Because Ahrman has a connection with Melektaus. I mentioned Melektaus earlier. It's a peacock king. In the mythology, the peacock king Melektaus was created by Ahrman, because Ahura Mazda said, can't you create anything good? And Ahrman said, I can create good, but I choose not to. And to prove his point, he blew up a tear that came from Ahura Mazda over some destroyed things he made. And the tear became a fucking peacock. Alright. Like any other creation. You get some fantastical stories when you're dealing with creation stories. I was also excited about the Dakhma because I had some new ritual items. There were new choices. And I had already done some of the other things to death. Some new approach with anguish and chaos. I thought I knew. I thought I knew certain things. Certain topics to me, which I thought were locked down, became kind of chaotic. And Ahrman seemed to... Satanism proper is so, to me, it just seems so perfectly logical that there doesn't seem to be any room for those times where there's chaos. Ahriman includes all antithesis. He includes chaos, and I think it's the chaos of Ahriman that really attracted me to the Dakhma of Angra Mainyu. So unless the Church of Satan wants to rise up and kick me out, even though I respect all of their belief systems, I have taken a break from it because there are parts of me that are a little bit more chaotic, I think. They're not so easily dialed in as to just say, this is how it is. Because chaos is fucking one hell of a monster.